guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a really long time since I filmed a video. In all honesty, I was so excited to start filming in October and I had so many ideas of things that I wanted to do, but life happened, things got crazy, and yeah, I'm planning on doing another video where I sit down and talk to you and do kind of a life update. I've never done that on my channel, but I think it would help some people maybe who kind of went through the same things we went through, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. But we're all living that quarantine life, so I have plenty of time to film videos and edit and do all the things. So I asked on Facebook what all you guys wanted to see, and I got a ton of requests. I'm going to work on getting all those done, but I thought it would be appropriate to start with kind of just a basics makeup tutorial, and just kind of show you guys a quick tutorial. This is something that I do when I don't have a lot of time, when I just don't feel like doing a lot of makeup. This is quick and easy and not using a lot of products. So let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm just going to put a headband on to get my hair out of my face, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So first I'm gonna be using the Tula Rose Glow and Get It. This is that cooling and brightening eye balm. I'm gonna put a little bit under here. I find that this kills me to say, the older that I get, the more dry my under eyes are, and that is usually what causes creasing. So that has helped a lot. It also kind of acts as a primer for underneath your eyes, so I love that stuff. And next I'm going to be using the Catrice Cosmetics Goodbye Pores. This is just a primer. I'm using a powder foundation today, so I have huge pores, and I feel like you really need something like this if you're using a powder. Predominantly, I don't love powder foundations, but this one is the best powder foundation I've ever tried and used, and I love it. I use it all the time. This is the only foundation I brought the last time we went to Disney, and it lasted all day. It's great. We'll get to that in just a second. So first, when I do powder foundations, I do concealer first, just because you don't want to put liquid over powder. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape favorite, like, can't even go anywhere else with concealer. I just always go back to this one. So I'm just going to put some concealer underneath my eyes. I have huge dark circles. And then I'm going to put some down the bridge of my nose, forehead, upper lip, and chin. This is just where light would hit your face, and so it would naturally be highlighted. I'm taking my beauty blender, or this is the Real Techniques version of the beauty blender. They're like $5. So I'm gonna go ahead and preface this because I know some people don't know this, but with these sponges you want to wet them first. So I wet them and then take a piece of paper towel and squeeze out the excess water. This is going to prevent your sponge from soaking up so much product and just giving you a more natural look. So as you can see, I'm just doing concealer like normal. This quarantine, you guys, what has everyone been doing? What projects have you gotten done? What activities have you found to do? Like, give me ideas. I redid all the furniture in our room, and we built a raised, Anthony built a raised garden, but currently it doesn't have any plants or anything in it because we're under shelter in place and I don't want to go get anything. Okay, so I'm just using a translucent powder to set that concealer underneath my eyes. I'm not going to set the concealer anywhere else, so I know I look absolutely nuts right now. I'm just using the Coty Airspun powder. This is from Walmart and super cheap. I love it. I found another powder that I really liked, and it's the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder, and I got like the travel size because they were out of the full size, and I love it, but Sephora's closed and they never had it before this whole quarantine thing happened. I just need to suck it up and order it, but it's mattifying and it blurs your pores as well, so amazing. Like, I need that in my life again. And it smells like peaches. It's so good. So the powder foundation that I'm going to be using is the Makeup Forever one. It's the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Powder Foundation. It's so good. I'm in shade 1235. I'm pretty sure this is still going to match me, to be honest. I got a little bit of a tan the other day. So I put makeup on for the first time a few days ago, and I used one of my foundations that I have in my drawer, and it was so light on me. I looked nuts. Like, it was so bad. I had to use so much bronzer to blend everything. So when I apply this, I'm actually using the applicator that comes with the foundation, which, shocking, usually these applicators are horrible. And I use the black side. This makes it more full coverage. The other side is white. It makes it less full coverage, but I like full coverage. And this foundation actually gives you like a ton of coverage for a powder foundation. So actually, I'm not going to do eyeshadow today. I'm just going to use this powder and put it on my eyelid. I know some people don't necessarily need to put anything on their eyelids, but I have pretty veiny lids and it's kind of discolored, which is normal. But my eyelids also get oily throughout the day, and this just keeps everything at bay. Like, it's so good. So just like that, I didn't really go up underneath my eyes because there's already concealer there and I already set it. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and do the rest of my face. I'm going to be taking the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula in the shade, it just says bronzer, so I think this is just the normal bronzer. There's a darker one and a light, but this is just the regular. And this is a Morphe M403. This is my favorite brush to apply bronzer, to contour. I kind of define the contouring that I do just bronzing. I don't know. I don't do liquid contours or cream contours. Like, that just seems so difficult. So I go underneath my cheekbone with this. And I like the bigger brush just because it diffuses it a little bit more and doesn't make like a super sharp line. I mean, by all means, if you want a sharp line on your contour, just take the Beauty Blender and a translucent powder and just kind of go up underneath that to make it a little bit more sharp. But I like everything blended. Okay, so this is a Tarte blush, and it's in the shade Concept. I like this one a lot. I fit pan. I don't even remember if I bought this or if it came in like a birthday gift or something from Ulta. I don't know. Alright, the next product I'm going to use is a highlighter. So Michelle Bell 13, I follow her on Instagram. I've followed her on YouTube for years and years on end, like back before she was married, back before she had kids, and so it's really cool like seeing her evolve into a mom, and just I love watching her Instagram stories. Like, she's always one of the first ones I watch, and I buy so many things because of Michelle, and this is one of those. This is an Estee Lauder highlight called Modern Mercury. I feel like I said that so weird, but it is so gorgeous and pretty. It's like a true rose gold highlighter, and Michelle has talked about this for years, and they came back out with it for spring, and I snagged it and I love it. It smells really good and it is so pretty. It gives you like that wet look when you put it on. Like, it is so pretty. I don't even think the camera is doing it justice. So next I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I use the Benefit Goof Proof, and I'm just going to quickly fill them in. My shape is pretty good. I plucked the other day, even though there's still some hairs. And also, there's literally no reason for me to do my eyebrows. I'm not seeing anyone. But anyway, all I do to fill in my eyebrows is I kind of just go on the bottom part of it, just kind of like underline, and blend a little bit up into the brow. I like to keep it as natural as possible, especially with this makeup look, because it's already pretty natural and just easygoing. Also, I have a light on, so if it looks extra blown out and bright, that is why. So yeah, just a little bit. I don't do too much to my brows nowadays. I feel like I have a really good shape and I keep up the shape myself. Next, I'm taking the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. Couldn't even think of the name of this. This is similar to the Benefit Gimme Brow, but it is way cheaper. And I like the size of the brush of this way more. And I feel like this keeps your eyebrows in place a little bit better than the Dip Brow. Not Dip Brow, Gimme Brow. And again, we like cheaper makeup options. So I just comb this through my brows. I feel like this gives it just a more full look, and it does a lot of the work with filling them in without you having to like go in with the pencil and do this yourself. It really kind of does the work for you. Now when you first get this, like mine's kind of dried out because I've had it so long. When you first get this, you want to make sure like you really like wipe it off because it will get everywhere. Just a little disclaimer if you tried this out, it gets everywhere. I'm just using the Bare Necessities palette from ColourPop, and I'm taking a dark shade. So I think I'm actually gonna mix two. I'm gonna mix this Dutch Process one and Baubles. And we're using that as an eyeliner. You could do any eyeshadow. It doesn't have to be the ones in this kit. Literally any darker shadow would work for this. So all I'm gonna do is press this right at my lash line on my upper eyelid. And you can totally skip this part and just go straight to mascara. But what this does is it makes your eyelashes look thicker by applying just a little bit at the base. And it doesn't have to be a lot. I don't even go all the way into my inner corner. So this is also something that I like to do. I just take my finger and just blend it a little bit. I feel like this just makes it look a little bit better, kind of more worn and just a little bit more natural. All right, so final step other than a lipstick is just some mascara. So I got a lash lift done by a friend who's local. Amazing job. I'll link her info down below. So my lashes are way more curly than they usually are, and that helps a lot because I feel like my lashes look way longer since they're curled up. I did use an eyelash curler just to give it a little bit more oomph, but for now I'm just using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm actually just going to apply a little bit of lipstick. This is Stone by Dose of Colors. Alright guys, so that is it for this tutorial. As you can see, I look pretty put together, and this is just a basic everyday look that's pretty easy and simple for the ones that asked just for basics and how to just do from start to finish a basic look. My next video will have more to it. I'll do some eyeshadow. I'll probably maybe do the same base and everything the same except for the eyeshadow, so maybe just do a tutorial focused on the eyes, and then the next one I'll amp it up even more. But yeah, I'm thinking a 3-video series, but hope you guys liked it, and please leave me suggestions down below on what you guys want to see, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.